Good morning. Welcome back to your daily spiritual growth tarot with a little bit of astrology reading. This one's for Sunday, October 22nd, 6 a.m. Well, we're in the last day of Libra. Tomorrow the sun moves into Scorpio, but today we have the moon in Aquarius, and it is coming off the conjunction with Pluto. So we've picked up some power, we've figured out some things, and we are probably much more in our authority and integrity, and we are more open-minded. And with the square over to the Sun and Mercury, and Mars, because it's approaching that 4 degrees to 7 degrees there, right here. That's a lot of, well, you have to be careful about getting into arguments still with that Mercury and Mars. Pick your battles, basically. But as the square to the square from the moon to Mars tightens up, well, definitely it has that tension field for you have a big idea, better idea. Maybe someone else is wanting to dig their heels in and sit tight, but yeah, just don't let go of your good ideas. Write them down. Maybe even don't say anything about them to anyone else until the day is over. Because we don't, when we have precious new inspirations and ideas come through, which often happens with Aquarius, what that can bring through can be a few little problems here and there. If you bounce them off of, bounce them off of someone else, and they're like, oh, what? Or they just maybe roll their eyes, or you never know what you're going to get sometimes. And I don't want anybody pissing in your Cheerios or crushing any beautiful inspirations that are coming through. So, I would say protect yourself if you need to. Okay, let me move this out of the way, bring the cards in. We have Judgment. Woohoo! Judgment upright. Page of Wands upright. There's that enthusiasm and the inspiration of the new ideas. With Judgment upright, this is our card for honoring our call. It's a beautiful card for clarity and new opportunities coming through, making a brand new fresh start, because the transformation has happened. And that's, of course, that little sojourn of the moon crossing over Pluto and Capricorn, and then now we're moving through, Pluto's often considered the planet of transformation. And with the moon, it would be some intuitive hits, and also just knowing on a deeper level how to respond to life in the right way for you. And so here we have that inspiration, that ability to look at what will grow for you, what will bring some fruit. Fruit, leaves, whatever you want. Whatever you're focusing on bringing in, the energy's there. Just to honor your call, go for it. And notice this card is ruled by Pluto. So, very nice. Transformation based on your inspiration. This is a go for it card. And then with the Ace of Swords, this is that feeling I was getting off the chart where it's like, be careful what you say. Ace of Swords coming through reversed can be maybe the need to hold back those, 'cause upright, it's like, oh, I have an idea, let's talk about it. Or definitely like a calling card here going on. But when it comes to reversed, somebody's not so trustworthy. They might be young, and they might take your idea and run with it and claim it as their own. Wouldn't that be awful? I mean, those things happen all the time. With AI now, you can have a book, any published book, nothing's safe. They're stealing, data like crazy. So, yeah, we have to be really careful. What else with the Ace of Swords reversed? It could be that there's an inner calling and there's clarity about who you are, and there's a lot of new enthusiasm, but you're not sure yet about how to handle it, and maybe you don't have a good idea yet. That's okay. You take your time, because you know, just do whatever you normally do and be within that flow of your inner being, and from there things will just come on their own. We never want to push things. Even if there's any confusion, even if there's a little bit of chaos later in the day, and this could be that the morning and the midday is great, and then the evening is a little more just kind of crazy. That's possible. Or someone, and it could be someone who's younger, or this could be something that comes out on the news and we're like, oh, we know who's lying there. We know what's going on. But there's some, with the Ace of Swords, it can be somebody who's not honest, and it can also be someone who miscommunicated, who left out a couple words here and there, and then it got confusing. The message got confusing, or became confusing. You know, that can happen. Like, imagine you're on Zoom, or you're on you know, any online platform, and there's a little glitch, just a sudden little you know, buffering issue. But you can't tell it because it's just like a split second, but it left out the word and when it was supposed to be or whatever, and it changed the meaning of the entire sentence, right? Yeah. So, and then sometimes there's this thing called selective hearing, where people perceive what you said in the wrong way. It's a lot like when we have Mercury retrograde. So be careful to make sure that your communications, that's possible that there's so much inspiration that there's been that a miscommunication can happen. So just, you know, be careful with it. No big deal, but yeah, be careful with our words today. That would go with the astrology too, right? And if it's a little confusing or foggy in the afternoon and evening, late afternoon and evening, well, you know, it's okay. Just don't put too much pressure on yourself or anyone else either. Okay, well, that's it for today, you guys. Let me know how it is for you. Take good care meanwhile. Bye.